Welcome, Fade to Black breaking news for this Tuesday. Are you ready? Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. This is all of the news that you need. I'm Jimmy Church. Coming off of show number 2000 last night, and I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. It was an extraordinary evening. To get to show number 2000, it's humbling. It's for me personally, it's so profound. But all of you out there just taking the time in your busy day to spend it with us is just extraordinary to me. So thank you for that. And today is show number 2001. Now, isn't that interesting? How many times have I said over the years, I talk about 2001: A Space Odyssey and Arthur C. Clarke and the significance of that number. And show number 2001, it sounds great to me. It's that number, 2001. And I remember, as I get ready for the news here, just stay put. I remember when I was a kid and watching 2001, then getting the book and reading it. Now, I'm talking about the early 1970s here, people. It was a long time ago, 50 years ago. And thinking about what 2001 would bring us, right? Where would the world be in 2001 and that number out there? Because 1970, we're talking a lot of years into the future. And so that number, 2001, has always resonated with me. And tonight, I get to do episode number 2001. And it happens at so many different levels, right? The show is named 2001. Episode 2001, it goes out there on YouTube. It goes into the archives. I'm typing it. I'm saving it. I'm sending it. It all 2001. It's a big deal. 2001. I want to give a big shout out to Dave Scott, who texted me a few minutes ago, congratulating me. And, another, great show host. He's absolutely amazing. And Dave, thank you for the text. That really means a lot to me. All right. So moving on with this week. Tonight on the show, Darcy Weir is with us. He's a documentary filmmaker, and we're going to talk about his new film, Transmedium. That's right, dealing with UAP, UFOs, USOs, the transmedium kind. We'll be doing all of that tonight with Darcy. And tomorrow night, Leela Hutchinson is with us. She's a geologist and a researcher and an investigator, and a cave was discovered many years ago, 2000, 2001, and she went down there with her research team about 7 years later to go into this cave. What she found, what she documented, and which continued with an intense amount of research, is absolutely extraordinary. And we're going to be talking about that tomorrow night, the Crystal Giants. When you see these pictures, your mind is going to be blown. You think you know crystals? Wait till you see this and hear about her research tomorrow night. And then Thursday night, Paul Seaburn's back with this comedian, writer, and he's got a new book out. What would you say to a naked alien? I love Paul. It's going to be a great show. And that is Thursday night. All right, coming up just in a couple of weeks. Today is the 11th. So coming up in 10 days, June 21st, DisclosureFest, Stairway to the Stars, right here in Southern California at Castaic Lake. The links for tickets and information and everything that you need to know are below, DisclosureFest.org. And then coming up next month, it's amazing. Actually, in 3 weeks, it's the 2024 Conscious Awards in Miami, Florida. Forbidden Knowledge, Billy Carson, Elizabeth Carson, hosted by Giorgio Tsoukalos. And it's going to be a great event. It's a full weekend of stuff going on. And the tickets and info and everything that you need are below at forbiddenknowledge.com. I've got 3 travel events coming up. Contact at Sea. I'm going to Alaska September 6th through the 13th. Links for that are below. Egypt in October, and Peru and Bolivia in November. You can get on the waiting list for all of those events on the links below. Okay. All right, let's get straight to it. On this day in history, 1982, big one. Steven Spielberg's E.T., the Extraterrestrial, is released. I just watched it. Yeah, I did. I watched E.T., the Extraterrestrial, about a month ago. And I watch it a couple of times a year. It's a great movie. Shot right here in Southern California, in the Valley, and it's just an amazing film. I can never get enough of it. It was a big day, 1982. It was re-released in 1985. That's how important that film was back then. The re-release was not on DVD, it was not on videotape. Well, they did that later. No, the re-release was in theaters. Here's your Fader fact. Apollo 16 astronaut Charles Duke left a photo of him, his 2 sons, and his wife on the moon. Now, the question is, will anyone ever find or see it again? Think about that. You know, like 1,000 years from now, somebody walking across, taking a lunar hike, looking down, dusting it off. Hey, man. Check this out, right? Just think about that. And that is your Fader fact. All right, breaking news, and I've got lots of it. The U.S. military will soon have uncrewed aircraft that carry weapons and take off and land vertically. The vehicles will start test flights in 2025. The Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, otherwise known as DARPA, has announced it is moving into a new testing phase for the aircraft. The Advanced Aircraft Infrastructureless Launch and Recovery Ancillary Program is a fleet of uncrewed aerial systems, UAS, that carry weapons. Specifically, the project aims to deliver X-planes capable of vertical takeoff and landing, VTOL, like a helicopter that can operate from aircraft carriers. The contractors involved are AeroVironment, Griffin Aerospace, Karam Aircraft, Method Aeronautics, Northrop Grumman, and of course, Lockheed Martin. That should scare you. According to a new national ranking of 3,200 plus U.S. counties, Southern California rates as the single most disaster-prone region in the country. In a new report by ClaimGuard.org, a Florida-based nonprofit that tracks issues important to insurance consumers, researchers used state and federal data to rank Los Angeles as the most disaster-vulnerable county in the nation. 3 other counties in the region, Riverside, number 3, San Bernardino, number 4, and Orange County, number 8, also ranked in the national top 10. And San Diego and Ventura counties are numbers 11 and 19. Now remember, that's pretty much all of Southern California. And all of the counties' borders listed actually touch each other. There you go. Remember when you hear news like this and who is doing the reporting and where's the research coming from and who is funding it? Think about that. I'm just reporting it. All right. A Florida jury earlier today found banana company Chiquita Brands International liable for financing the Colombian paramilitary group Autodefensas Unidas de Colombia, otherwise known as the AUC. The jury in the civil case in federal court in the Southern District of Florida found that Chiquita knowingly provided substantial assistance to the AUC to a degree sufficient to create a foreseeable risk of harm to others. Chiquita has been ordered to pay a total of $38.3 million to families of 8 victims of the AUC, which, as a far-right paramilitary group that was designated a terrorist organization by the United States, the group disbanded in 2006, according to Stanford University's Mapping Militants Project. Bananas. Researchers, now check this out. Researchers and astronomers in the world have wondered about the origins of fast radio burst, otherwise known as FRB, since the first one was spotted only back in 2007. Researchers behind a new paper published in the Astrophysical Journal looked specifically at the properties of polarized light emitting from these FRBs, yielding further insight into the origins of the phenomenon. The analysis supports the hypothesis that there are different origins for repeating and non-repeating FRBs. There have also been many detected FRBs that don't seem to repeat at all, suggesting that the culture that produced them may destroy their own source, like advanced ET civilizations. A new study indicates that a round trip to Mars could significantly impact astronauts' kidneys. This research, led by experts from various institutions, including the University College of London, reveals that galactic cosmic radiation may alter the structure and function of the kidneys. This alteration in the organ's original shape may increase the risk of kidney stones and other health complications. In some cases, it may cause permanent damage to astronauts' kidneys during long-duration missions to Mars. Dialysis. And finally, I'll leave you with this. At its annual Worldwide Developers Conference yesterday, Apple showed off the first round of tools powered by Apple Intelligence. That's right, Apple's version or take on artificial intelligence. Apple's partnership with ChatGPT creator OpenAI will power everything. Apple is officially all in. The company says that most AI functions will be done on the phone, not on a far-off server cloud. Semi-comforting news. Now, I'm an iPhone user, and I have 3 Pro Max 15s. That's right. Yeah, I've got 3 different phone numbers, and each phone is a copy of the other. But the number you get from me depends on, Anyway, Apple says that its Apple Intelligence is opt-in only. So theoretically, I can now set up 3 different AI personas. Think about that. And have their AI assume they are interacting with 3 completely different people. That's an interesting take. So think about it. I have an opportunity here to really mess with the system. Now, iOS 18 will debut this fall, and I'll wait a bit for things to shake out, and we always have to do that, and there'll be a lot of very smart people using the new AI, and I'll navigate it all to see what my future plans are. Apple says that the hardware on the current iPhone 15 Pros are good. That's all you need. You don't need an iPhone 16. You got an iPhone 15 Pro, you're in, which means they've been planning on this for a while now. Will I opt in? Well, yeah, of course. Yeah. On 2 of the 3 iPhone 15 Pro Maxes that I have, the third one is my future T1000. Be afraid. Very afraid. Seriously. There you go. There's all the Fade to Black breaking news that you need for this Tuesday, June 11th, 2024. Fade to Black breaking news is produced by Renee Neumann. I want to remind everybody that tonight on Fade to Black, show number 2001, my guest is Darcy Weir. He's got a new documentary out. It is called Transmedium. We'll be talking about all that and much more tonight on Fade to Black. Until then, all I've got is Go Backley Tappy.